Okay. Let me just go to the page, see if the volume levels are good. Let's check this out. It's been a while. It's definitely been a while. Let's see if everything's looking good. Okay, I think we're good. Welcome, guys, to the first bit of content of 2019. I wanted to make a video originally about Nintendo Direct predictions, but I just didn't have enough time. So I wanted to do a live stream. Maybe we can get in some viewer questions. Ray Blaster, what's up, man? Jams, the Wagonator's back. But yeah, today I just wanted to talk about some of my predictions and what we could possibly expect from the Nintendo Direct that is not yet announced. But we can all pretty much assume that it's going to be there. How's everything sounding, guys? It's been a little bit since we've done a live stream here. Hold up. I think we're good. The Wagonator. So real quick, we've got Ahmed. Thank you for subscribing. We've got a bunch of Nintendo. The mic sounds good. Okay, we got some Nintendo Directs the past few years around this time, January 10th, January 12th, and pretty much they go over the news of the year, the news coming from Nintendo. And I honestly really like these Directs because Jams, you're the best. I love you. Jason, what's up, man? But I really like these Directs because they give, the fans and, consumers a pretty good, picture. It's kind of like a newsletter of, what's to come from Nintendo. I mean, we all like Nintendo Directs, but I really like the ones in the beginning of the year. Jams, I love you, man. What's up? Dude, how's it going? Squid Kid, what is up, dude? Haven't been here in a long time. You've come a long way. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Kind of, I guess so. But guys, if you have any questions about the upcoming Direct or the Direct that we all think is going to happen, drop them in the comments. I'll leave them there. But the first thing that I think will definitely happen, 100%, is Yoshi. Obviously, we're getting Yoshi pretty early on, probably about springtime. And I think in this Direct, we'll definitely get a release date, maybe, a secondary trailer. We've seen quite a bit of Yoshi, actually. When it first came out, I remember they did a Nintendo Treehouse where they played pretty much like the first game, or the first level, like front and back. And honestly, Yoshi's Crafted World is probably my most anticipated game so far this year. I love Yoshi games. I love platformers, and Woolly World was definitely, I think, one of my favorite Wii U games. So we'll hear about Yoshi. We'll get a release date. And then I think Nintendo hits us with a brand new game. Kind of in the vein, you guys remember when they announced Mario Tennis? That came out of nowhere. And, oftentimes when you say new IPs or, new games that Nintendo announces, people are like, oh, well, they need development time. But that's actually not the case. We've gotten some pretty quick from the time that games are announced to the times that games actually come out. It's a pretty quick process. So my first prediction here, first new game, is a Mario sports game. I think baseball's coming. I think we're gonna get Mario. I don't know. We need a name for it. Mario Fast Pitch. I don't know. That's a terrible name. Don't let me name games. But I think we're gonna get another new game, quote unquote new game, because Mario sports games come out pretty frequently. But that's my first prediction. A Mario sports game right off the bat. We're gonna get Yoshi stuff and then a brand new game, because that's what I want. I feel like that's what a lot of people should want. Mario Slugger DX. Stop. No more deluxe ports. We're done with the deluxe. It was fun while it lasted. Okay, we got some great games. Captain Toad, if you can call that a deluxe, but no more deluxe. Ray, stop it, man. So I think we get Yoshi. I think we get Sluggers DX. I don't know, Mario. God damn it, Ray. Ray, you won. Okay. And then I think we might get a port. Now I don't like saying that. Just makes me sick inside saying that. But I think Super Mario Maker or I don't know. Because, like, what ports really would you guys like to see from the Wii U that are left? Like, you have Mario 3D World, which is a good game. I don't know if I would want a full-blown release for it. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Xenoblade X, like, I don't want to see Pikmin 3. That just means Pikmin 4 is farther away. I forgot Captain Toad even came out. Dude, so I just bought Captain Toad, and it's my favorite Wii U game. I know, it's not Star Fox Zero. But it's really weird. The controls are weird, man. It's like you have motion control on the right side, so it's kind of like a Wiimote, but dude, the drag on the pointer, you have to, like, they put in a calibration button. Anytime a game has a calibration button, you know that the motion control is not great, but it was all right. It's all right so far. I played about 5 levels, but I love that game still. Wonderful 101. I could see that. My only thing about that was Wonderful 101 used the gamepad heavily. Like, you had to draw the designs. They could do it because Okami is on the Switch, and you know, I guess you can use the pointer with the Joy-Con, but it's just not as good. So I don't even know if I would want to see Wonderful 101. Squid Kid says, I'm honestly tired of these ports. I want new games. I mean, it's great for a little bit, but way overpriced and not enough replay value at this point. That's a good point. That's a good point, Squid Kid, because we've gotten a lot of ports that, I don't know, they stay true to the deluxe name, I guess you would say. Like, Hyrule Warriors added a ton of content, all the 3DS content, and just that felt like a deluxe game. But then you get something like Tropical Freeze or like Captain Toad, and it's like, yeah, they did add aspects of it, like New Super Mario Bros. U. Disclaimer, I'm buying that game. But it's just like, I don't feel like it adds enough to warrant a full price, especially $60. Because, like, you look at the games out there now for $60, you have like Red Dead and like Spider-Man and stuff like that. And then you have like a game that came out in 2012. I don't know. I want ports because I didn't have the Wii U. Yeah, that's another good point. So, like, a lot of people didn't have the Wii U. The Wii U did not sell good at all. So I think that's why I said, like, they'll announce another port, because these ports are selling pretty well. And if there's going to be another port, I definitely want to see Super Mario Maker. Like, for all those who know, F in the chat, I did sell my Wii U and all the games with it. But I always tell people this when they're always like giving me a hard time about doing it. Nintendo doesn't want us to own a Wii U anymore. It's like they're re-releasing games, they're making games better. Games that were only in 720 are now in 1080, and it's just like so much more convenient to have the Switch playing all these Wii U games. The only thing I miss is like the Wii functionality, but I'm probably the only one with that. Wii Sports would be good, Ray. That's a good one. So the next thing that I think that Nintendo talks about is Fire Emblem and giving a proper, maybe even gameplay, maybe a gameplay trailer for Fire Emblem. I think that Fire Emblem is going to do really, really well on the Switch. You look at the past few console releases, I'm not talking about handheld or anything, but you had Fire Emblem Warriors on the Switch, but you had a Fire Emblem game on the Wii, and you had a Fire Emblem game on the GameCube, both which, those two consoles didn't really sell a ton. So it's going to be interesting to see a console like the Switch, a lot of fans, a lot of people buying in, like how that would transfer to sales for Fire Emblem. I'm not a big Fire Emblem fan, but it's going to be interesting to see the sales of it and see if people really latch onto the idea of like a big like RPG, similar to Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I think it probably might be will it be the best selling? I don't know how the handheld games do. Fire Emblem Smash DLC. Listen, dude, we got plenty of Fire Emblem characters. Well, Squid, the point I'm making about that is I'm pretty sure it came out later in the life cycle of the Wii when when everyone was over the motion controls and stuff like that. So like there's like two parts of the Wii, right? There's like the first part where it's like motion control, Wii Sports, like grandma's bowling for some reason, and like the Wii is like taking off. And then there's like the second part where a lot of good games did come out, but because people were over the motion control, they were over the Wii. And so like, I don't know, that was the point I was making, but yeah, the Wii did sell really well. F-Zero on the Switch, I don't know. Do people still want an F-Zero game? I don't know. Awakening was the first time in a long time that the game's actually sold well. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it started out kind of as a... Fire Emblem was really a niche game, and now it's kind of taken off more. So I think it's prime time to release it. Do you earn more money if we watch an advertisement fully? Sorry, just a random question. Honestly, Miguel... YouTube really isn't an income right now, and it's not really like I don't really make anything on YouTube, but I don't know, I guess advertisements, yeah. Watch them. I just want to see gameplay of Animal Crossing Switch and possibly a title. Squid Kid, I'm glad you brought that up because I want to go into stuff that we won't see in this next direct. First thing that I think we won't see is Animal Crossing. We might see some kind of a title or, I don't know, maybe a quick glimpse of it, but I really don't think that's the case. And the only reason why I say that is because I think that Animal Crossing has a lot of moving parts. Similar to, what was the game that they did directs of? They did, didn't they have like an Octopath Direct? Or something like that. I don't know. But I feel like Animal Crossing has a ton of moving parts where I think that mentioning it in a direct is kind of like taking away some of the game. So I think that we're going to get a full-blown Animal Crossing direct. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, guys. New Earthbound. Ray. We're dreaming now. I don't know. Will we ever see a Mother 3? I don't know. I think we'll see it in the summer. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Animal Crossing? Yeah, I think that's a good release date, especially with the way that Animal Crossing works, because you have the different seasons in the games, in the game itself, right? So if you guys have ever played Animal Crossing, there's a lot to do in the summer. There's like different bugs that come out and, different fruits and stuff like that. So like if you release it in the winter, it's going to kind of be weird. There's not going to be a lot to do, but I don't know. I think that summer works. I think we will at least see more of Luigi's Mansion 3. That's another game that I think is iffy because Luigi's Mansion 3, we can all assume that it's probably going to release, I don't know, sometime in October. I would hope, or like September, October. So I don't know if they show more of that. They could possibly show like the first kind of, trailer to kind of like introduce us to what the game's about, because they kind of just showed like a quick little sizzle reel, and maybe they can go into the story of like, Luigi's in a hotel, because that's what it looks like to me. But yeah, we could possibly see that. Let's see. People are asleep on Town from Game Freak. My dude. I'm looking forward to that game so much. When I first saw that game, dude, I want nothing more than that game. It looks so good. The graphics are good, and Game Freak. Come on. That's like the seal of approval right there. The next game that I think we're going to see something of, you guys probably have forgotten it at least a little bit. Daemon X Machina. I think I'm saying that right. I think I'm the first guy who've ever said that right. It's that robot mech fighting game. And I'm really looking forward to that game. It's like a new, fresh IP. It is exclusive to the Switch. It kind of looks like a PS3 game, but I like it. I'm very hyped for it, and I'm excited to see when that game's going to come out. I think if they do show it, release date, and maybe some more gameplay. We did get quite a few. Maybe we just got that trailer. I don't know what I'm saying. has online co-op, dude. If it has online, okay, teasing me there. But yeah, dude, Town, it's gonna be good. One more thing that I think that we're not gonna see is Metroid Prime 4. Guys, let's get it out right now, okay? Metroid Prime 4. The chances that we see Metroid at all in any, I think the next 2 directs is really, really slim. And I want to talk about that for a little bit because Metroid Prime 4 is either going to be the giant E3 game where you have a giant Metroid themed, E3 presentation or something like that, or it's just not going to come this year. I think that they're going to take their time with Metroid. And for everyone that's saying, I want to see Metroid, I want Metroid to come out, those are going to be the same people that are going to say, why was Metroid rushed? You know what I'm saying? So for me, there's enough games that are coming out where I'm just like, okay, Nintendo, take your time. Okay. Work on these games. And, I'm not rushing it. Obviously, I do want to see gameplay. I do want to see something, but, I don't know. I think it's still a little too soon for that, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Squid Kid, I wouldn't mind seeing a Metroid Prime Trilogy remaster on the Switch. I think that could work. I think that if they do that though, I would really like to see the GameCube controls. I mean, the only reason why I say that is because motion control, I feel like the Switch didn't really get down. I really, really think that if Nintendo could do it again, or if I was in charge, I would have included a sensor bar with the Switch. The motion control, it's there, but it's so bad. You need the sensor bar to kind of, to show where that where the pointer is. And without that sensor bar, the Wii is actually a superior product for motion control. And I see like a lot of games like ARMS and, 1-2 Switch, and that's just like a little, peek into what the Switch is capable of. But I think because of the lack of motion control, I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see it. But Metroid Prime Trilogy makes a ton of sense because I feel like a lot of people haven't played those games. Sonic 2019 project. Ray, you talking about the racing game? I don't know. The racing game I'm really excited for. The one on the Wii U was fantastic. I think it was also on like the 360 and stuff. What was it? Sonic Racing Transformed or something. I actually had a ton of fun with that. But I'm looking forward to that. What's your thoughts on the Sonic movie? I'm not a big... There's a really loud car outside. I'm not a big Sonic fan to begin with. Like, I like the old school Sonic games. I like Sonic Mania. I liked Sonic Colors. But... So I'm not a big Sonic fan, but the movie itself looks interesting to say the least. The character design is questionable. I even feel the same way about Detective Pikachu because like you're so used to having this you're so used to having like the animated version of a character, and then when you see them with with an older guy's voice, it's weird, man. I don't like live action stuff when it comes to that. Really, I thought the motion control worked really well on Resident Evil Revelation 2. It works well in some games. Any game that has a pointer, and I don't know which part you're thinking of, but like any part that has a pointer, like so World of Goo or Captain Toad or something like that, they don't work well. If you're using the pointer, it works well, but the motion is always going to veer to the right, and then you have to recalibrate it. If you guys want to see what I'm talking about, Captain Toad is the game to get because it happens way too often. I don't think it interferes with the game too much, but it's definitely noticeable and definitely shows like the motion control, how inferior it is. Rumors about Sonic DX remastered. Ray, I'm gonna kill you, Ray. Basically 2D Sonic. Oh yeah. So yeah, 2D Sonic is great, but like Sonic Colors was really good, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah, 2D Sonic. Yeah. Okay. One of the other things that I think we won't see, and actually I don't think we'll see it for a while, and that is the N64 Classic. Okay. The system that everyone thought was going to come out pretty soon. And I think that they're going to take a little bit of a break, at least for now, for the N64 Classic. And usually that kind of thing, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that the Classic systems were revealed in Nintendo Directs. I don't think so. I think they were just like press releases on Twitter, and then people just ran with them. But N64 Classic, I think that they're going to take a little bit of a break on, just because it's kind of oversaturated. I mean, it has been for a while. But the NES Classic, Super Nintendo Classic, both fantastic systems. If you guys haven't got them yet, your time is running out because they're not making them anymore. But the N64 Classic, as much as it does make sense, as much as it is going to sell, especially to my age, like 21 to like 28 years old. I'm 26, but I think it's going to sell really, really, really well. I've already said before, I think it's going to sell more combined than the NES and SNES Classic. Don't at me. But yeah, Virtual Boy, Virtual Boy Classic, Duderino. Ray Blaster, they might show a new IP. I could definitely see that. I actually hope we do. But then again, it's tough. It's tough to predict these things because the lineup already, the lineup that we do know, is really, really packed. Like, we have a ton of games that we know of that are coming out. We just don't know the dates for all of them. So if, once we start realizing and finding out the dates, then I think we can easily, predict what's to come. One more thing. What was I just... Okay. Dude says, what about Bayonetta 3? That's another one that we won't hear about. Just because I think that's coming later in the year. And the January Direct really is a refresher of what's to come very, very soon. But I think we are going to have some more announcements because, guys, it's been a while since we've had a Direct. It really has. And I'm not talking about the Smash Directs, like the game-focused Directs. I'm talking about like an actual Nintendo Direct. So I hope that they have things to show. ARMS was decent. I really like ARMS, Ray. I think it's honestly one of my favorite games of 2017. And I was actually playing the other day, and it's still really good. What we really need to make Switch Online worth is adding N64 and GameCube games, just not NES games. So that's interesting that you say that because actually I just got finished. I just was finished recording PMP this week. Comes out tomorrow, by the way, if you guys want to check that out. And they haven't released the NES games that are coming out for the NES Online, which, by the way, is a really, really good growing service. If you have Nintendo Online, there's a ton of NES games, and they're all good. They're all, and the reason why I say that is because like NES is really dated, and it's more of a novelty for me. But the library itself is growing really, really well. I think that they go to Super Nintendo next, and add some of those games in before they start adding in N64, GameCube. GameCube, I don't think will ever be a part of Switch Online because GameCube games are really, really valuable where they could put those on the eShop for $20 and people will buy them. Like GameCube, in terms of collecting, if you're looking to buy GameCube games, get them the legit way, GameCube games are still pretty expensive. Like the good ones are like $30, $40 still. So they could definitely get away with just putting them on the eShop. That's another thing. Do we see Virtual Console? Oh yeah, the 3DS part of the Direct. Here we go. More Mario games. 3D. I'm gonna say a bold claim right now. Okay. We do not hear anything about 3DS in this upcoming Direct. Maybe that's just the part of me where I'm just, maybe I'm just hopeful. But I don't think we see any 3DS stuff. That's not saying that we're never going to hear any other 3DS stuff again, but I think it's the time of the Switch. It is time to give us some new stuff. Red Falcon, what's up, man? Yes, you are my friend. What's up, man? What do you play on the Switch? I feel like we've played Fortnite or something like that. I don't know. So next I want to talk about third-party games. And I think that this year, that's kind of the more interesting thing. I mean, I love first-party Nintendo stuff. Like, that's my jam. That's why we buy Nintendo consoles. But the third-party games are another interesting thing to talk about because I think we're going to get some announcements. So the first announcement that I think we're going to get, and it's been rumored for a little bit. I don't know how it would run, but The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 has been a very interesting rumor for a while now. And I personally wouldn't buy it just because this is where I am with third parties. Third-party games are really iffy for me on a Nintendo console because A, when they come out, they're at a premium price. So you're going to be buying games that are like, I don't know, $20 for PS4 and Xbox One, and you're going to be buying them at $60 for the Switch. They run worse. And, you know, if you care that much about portability, then go for it. But yeah, I think Witcher 3 would come out, and I don't know how it would run because just look at Arc. Type in Arc on Nintendo Switch and just look at that. It's gross. The next one, I haven't heard many people talk about this, but I think Delapo in the chat might be down for this. Soul Calibur. The new Soul Calibur returns to the Switch with exclusive Nintendo content. That is my first prediction. Well, second of the third party. Soul Calibur was a fantastic third-party game on the GameCube. They added Link in. I don't know if they just add Breath of the Wild Link in. I honestly want to see some other Nintendo characters get some representation. Like in Diablo, we got Ganondorf. Like in Skyrim, we're getting Link. Bring in a different character. Bring in Waluigi. Waluigi for Soul Calibur. Jesus Christ. But yeah, Soul Calibur I think would be a fantastic fit because, you know, you have a lot of fighting games on the Switch, but like Soul Calibur, that's my ish, man. Making games, making characters. Potentially Perfect says, I'm so hyped for Hat in Time. Is that coming out soon? I feel like that was a rumored thing. I don't know. Maybe it's coming out soon. It needs to be on the Switch because it would really, really sell well. And I really want to play it. I almost bought it on PS4 the other day, but I don't know. I bought Yooka-Laylee on the Switch when I could have bought it on other consoles, so I might as well wait for this one. But yeah, 3D platformers, they live on. The Final Fantasy pack, that's right. That's coming out. Bring Link back to Soul Calibur, dude. That'd be so cool. I'm trying to figure out what other characters would make sense. Like, imagine a Captain Falcon in like a Soul Calibur. You give me any Nintendo character, bro. That's gonna be dope. Rafi, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Marth, dude, Marth would be good. I like that. Soul Calibur with a Nintendo exclusive character, just like the GameCube. Yeah, dude, that game on the GameCube still holds up for the most part. But such a good third-party game. So we have Witcher 3, we have Soul Calibur. Mortal Kombat, although we are getting the new one, I could possibly see the older game come over to the Switch. All the DLC characters. And price that out at like $40. I'll take a chance on it. I know it's super cheap now. I always see it when it comes to like PS4 sales and Xbox sales going for a lot cheaper. But Mortal Kombat, that would be another good one. I'm trying to think what other third-party games. Okay, here's one. And these are, honestly, these are all realistic. all these that I'm listing so far are realistic. I don't like when people make videos about predictions that they want to see. I like making realistic. Like, I don't think we're going to get Metroid. I don't think we're going to get giant games. But Grand Theft Auto 5. Okay? That is a game that I think really should be on the Switch, because that game can run on the older generation of consoles. That game came out Xbox 360, PS3, and it ran like really well. I think there's definitely a difference, in terms of the next generation consoles. So I would really like to see Grand Theft Auto 5. I would buy it again. A portable GTA. Why not? Marvel vs. Capcom. That's a really good one. That would be really good. I think the ship has sailed on GTA 5. I don't know. Has it? Has it? Because GTA 5 is like, you put it on anything, it would sell well. Like, I bought the DLC for GTA 5 on my microwave, and it's doing really well. But I don't know. The next GTA, dude, just think of Red Dead Redemption 2 and think of that being an entire map of just like cities. And dude, Rockstar is going to make so much money. But GTA 5, although it's an older game, makes sense. And the ship has maybe sailed, but then again, LA Noire was ported to the Switch. So it's like anything really is possible. I'm trying to think of other third-party games that might be included. Another one that was talked about heavily is Overwatch. In terms of third-party inclusions. Listen, if you can get Paladins to run really well, I think Paladins runs really well. If you can get a game like Fortnite to run pretty well, I think you can get Overwatch over. And you bring Overwatch, and that's essentially the end of Paladins. Although I do think that there are, the community for Paladins is ever increasing on the Switch. And, I played a little bit of it, but I just can't get into too many multiplayer games because then I'll miss out on like the single player games. So, Shovel Knight, the King version. Yeah. What is it? The King's Crown? Or, I don't know. I bought Shovel Knight on the Wii U, and I don't have it yet on the Switch, and I'm waiting for the retail version because it's going to come with everything. The retail version looks really, really cool. And, usually, so Yacht Club, with the Wii U version at least, they had a giant manual inside with all the characters and stuff. So I really want that on the Switch. Overwatch would be a big leap. Dude, I am telling you. I think Overwatch would take off not as greatly as Fortnite did when it first came to the Switch, but I think that it would take off, dude. And I'm ready to get back into Overwatch, man, because I used to be so into Overwatch. It was like Call of Duty, whatever, and then Overwatch. So that was my jam. I think this is where we see our Persona trailer. My dude. Persona? Ooh, you got me thinking now. Persona, I could see. I'm not really familiar with the franchise at all, to be honest. But from what I'm hearing, it is, like, incredible. It's going to have a different name, maybe Persona 5S. Ooh, I don't know. I remember when the Madden games came out for the Switch, and Madden for like Wii, and it was like Madden All Play. It was just like a terrible version of the game. That was sad times. Sad times, man. I say if Diablo sold well, then they will move Overwatch. Yeah. Honestly, like, I think there's a large community on Nintendo right now that are looking for the next multiplayer game. And for a while it was Splatoon 2. There's still a ton of people that play Splatoon 2. And then it was, Fortnite. And now I think that you come out with another good game, people are going to go. A new Dragon Quest with a Link costume. Yo, I could see that. What about Dragon Quest Builders 2? I know that that's already going to come out for the Switch, but we could possibly see that. I don't know. I know that there's a demo on the Japanese shop, but I don't know how far along that is. Okay, guys. So we're at the Direct right now, and Reggie says, and one more thing. And then it cuts to a field of flowers and trees everywhere. We've got some giant birds flying everywhere. Pikmin 4 Switch Edition. Seal it up. That's how you end a Direct. We got Pikmin back. Why isn't Pikmin on this console yet? Why isn't Pikmin on this console? I think Pikmin 4 is definitely done. Okay? I think more so Nintendo is trying to space out these games because I don't think they want a year like 2018 again, to be completely honest. I mean, we did get a lot of good games in terms of like Kirby Star Allies and, you know, Mario Tennis Aces and stuff like that. But they were like lower tier games. And then in between that, we had a ton of ports. We had, you know, Labo. Labo was the thing. And I don't think they want that anymore. I think they want new and exciting games. Because listen, guys, and I've always said this. I've said this on the podcast. I said this to other people. The Switch really doesn't have a game that defines the console yet. And you guys might be saying like, oh, you know, Breath of the Wild. But like Breath of the Wild, let's face it, is a Wii U game. It was made for the Wii U. It launched with the Switch, so it will forever be remembered as a Switch game. But I don't even think that really defines the console yet. Like, you have Breath of the Wild, you have Mario Odyssey, which I think that might be the game right now. That's like, yeah, buy a Switch because Odyssey's on here. But I would really like some game, you know, console-defining games. Who knows? Metroid might be that one. If Pikmin 4 comes out, I swear I would be happy, dude. Same here, man. Same here. Pikmin 3, unpopular opinion, is probably my favorite Pikmin game. They got everything right. Like, the visuals were on point. The characters, like, it was just a really good game. I really, really like that. Like, that's why I say, like, as much as I would be disappointed that we get a port of Pikmin 3, I honestly would buy it again because it's just that good, man. It's that good. Pikmin 3DS was a stab in the gut. I actually enjoyed that game for what it was. For what it was. What was it? Hey Pikmin? Yeah, Hey Pikmin. I still have the amiibo over there. I enjoyed the game for what it was. Yeah, it's definitely not a Pikmin game though. It's a cute little platformer, and I like when franchises come out with games that are really, really different. Like back in the day, I wasn't really alive for this, but Super Mario Bros. Fantastic game. And then Super Mario Bros. 2, what? And then Super Mario Bros. 3, and then like, so everything's different. And then like Zelda 2. I like when games take that, you know, different approach to everything. So I thought Hey Pikmin was all right. Wasn't really that great. In terms of Smash, talking about Smash now, will we see Smash in this Direct in any way, character reveals or something like that? I think it might be a little too soon to release another character, simply because we haven't seen any gameplay from Joker yet, and you know, Piranha Plant still isn't released. So I think it's a little too soon to see any Smash characters. Maybe like some Smash amiibos that are coming out. But I think we might see gameplay of Joker and probably a hint at the next character. I don't think that we'll see a reveal. Just because I don't really think that it makes too much sense. I don't really see the point of doing a Smash reveal when you have so much to talk about. So it's like Nintendo has a ton of stuff coming out, and I don't know. I think that Smash is good for right now. Like, we all have some content to look forward to. Piranha Plant, that's Bay right there. I'm sorry, but this might happen. You're ready? Wii Sports DX. Ray, go to your room. Wii Sports, that's, you know what? It's going to be interesting to see if they abandon that. Because we had Wii Sports, we had Wii Sports Resort, we had the Wii Sports, what was it called? Wii Sports Club on the Wii U. And I honestly liked all of them. Why not? I mean, the Switch, you know, we talked about the motion control before, but it does have some merit with motion control. And I think that those games would, I think people would buy them. You have to call them something else though. Switch Sports DX. God damn it. Probably more details on Joker. Yeah. I think we're definitely going to see, I don't know, definitely, but we're going to see some gameplay. Maybe in like I said, like a tease for the next character, but then like in a montage of Smash, we'll probably see like the Joker doing some move or something. I don't know. Emeretti, what's up, man? Overwatch, yeah. So we actually just talked about Overwatch coming over as like a third party game, and I think it would do really well. Like Paladins took off, but I think it would do really well. Ray Blaster, thank you so much for coming out, man. I love the comments, but thank you, man. Have a good night. And so I'll probably be doing more of these live streams talking about different topics, or maybe if like a direct, announces or something like that, we'll be talking about everything. So I want to do more of these live streams where it's just like you and, you guys and I talking and, just talking about stuff, I can't word that any better. So yeah, we got the Yoshi, Fire Emblem, a new Mario sports game. That was my other prediction. And then we went into Demon X Machina. We might get some more gameplay, a release on that. Third parties, we had Witcher 3. We had Soul Calibur, please, the gods. We had, someone said Persona. Persona would be really good. Overwatch. GTA 5, possibly. These are all kind of possible. I don't think all of those will be announced, but those are just kind of some of the third-party games I think would go on. How long do you think it's going to run? Oh, yeah. Okay. The Nintendo Direct. So last year we had the Direct Mini, which I don't know how long that was, like 20 minutes or something. I don't know. Let me see. Nintendo Direct Mini. That was 14 minutes and 22 seconds. And, you might be saying that's it. But if you watch it, if you watch it back, there's actually a lot of information in there. And there was a ton of game reveals. I think that was the one where it had a sizzle reel of like indie games and stuff like that. I don't see this Direct going over 20 minutes. I think that we're going to get a lot of announcements and refreshers. Like they're probably going to open up with, well, actually, I don't know, because I thought the Direct was going to be soon. I mean, they could honestly drop the announcement at any time. So originally people were saying the 10th, which if it was the 10th, they could, give us a refresher on, New Super Mario Bros. But I think they're going to cover everything from January, like now, till maybe April. And then possibly give some, third-party announcements that are coming later. Like, if you guys remember one of the Directs, I actually think it might have been the Mini Direct, where it was, what was it? Payday, they, like, randomly announced. I'm not going to, like, play this whole thing, but Nintendo does this cool thing where the Directs, they give the timestamps. So this is the Mini Direct, okay? This was last year, January 11th, 2018. So pretty much like a year ago. Okay? So they opened up with The World Ends With You Final Remix, which was cool. A lot of people were hyped about that. Then they went to Pokken Tournament DX DLC. That's another thing. I have to stop myself there. This Direct, I think that we're going to see DLC for some game. Okay? And if I was a betting man, I would say it's Super Mario Party. Because that game is so barren with game boards, and there's just so much other stuff that they could announce that I think Super Mario Party probably works the best in terms of extended content. Also, Super Mario Odyssey. I don't think it's going to happen, but we could possibly see that. So this is what they did in the mini direct. So World Ends With You, Pokken Tournament Deluxe DLC or whatever, Kirby Star Allies. So like I said, a brand new announcement. Kirby Battle Royale and Dragon Quest Builders demos. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. Mario Tennis Aces, which was a new game at the time. Ys 8, which was a new game at the time. Super Mario Odyssey Update. Luigi's Balloon World. So we might see another little thing about Odyssey, but I think you replace Kirby Star Allies with Mario Baseball as a new game. You replace Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition and Pokken Tournament DX DLC. You replace that with Super Mario Maker, and you know, they go over the content that they're going to add. So maybe they add a Paper Mario, you know, option in there. I don't think they're ever going to go 3D with it. So you had Ys 8, Super Mario Odyssey Update, SNK Heroines, new game. Some Neo Geo games, Mario Rabbids DLC. So there actually was quite a bit of DLC in this mini direct. Payday 2, third-party game. Faye, Celeste, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for Nintendo Switch, so a port in there. And then Dark Souls Remastered. Guys, how great was that direct? Holy crap, man. I remember when that direct first came out, and people were really disappointed with that direct. So let's see. This was the direct last year. It lasted 14 minutes. I'm going to predict that this one is going to be 20 minutes. And a ton of stuff, man. Kirby Star Allies, Mario Tennis Aces, brand new games. Wow. So yeah, we may see another indie darling in there. DLC for 2 games. So I'm either thinking Mario Party, Super Mario Party, DLC, and Super Mario Odyssey are the 2 games that really stick out to me right now as being games that could possibly add in DLC. So those are 2 games that I think could possibly add in DLC. I'm trying to figure out which other ones, because Kirby's done, ARMS is done, Mario Tennis Aces is getting new characters every single month. I don't know. I don't know if there's a lot of games, possibly Pokemon, to get some kind of DLC. That would be interesting, actually. Pokemon DLC. Smash, I don't see it. So, yeah, I think that it opens the doors up for maybe some port announcements. Super Mario Maker, I think, is very likely. And I think that would be a good move. Delfino Plaza DLC for Mario Odyssey, possibly. That would be every GameCube lover's dream. 30 minutes tops, 15 minutes to 30 minutes. Yeah, that's probably where this is going to lie. I don't know if they go back to the mini direct formula. I actually like the mini direct, and as you can see, the name did say mini, but they showed off a ton of stuff. And that's exactly what we need right now. We just kind of need a roadmap of, you know, what's coming out on the Switch. But guys, that is my prediction video and discussion for the upcoming direct that has not been announced yet, but we can all pretty much assume is coming out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and giving me your comments. I'm going to start doing more of these live streams, you know, just to get your guys' input on what's going on, and, you know, just to talk to you guys, and if I have any updates on the channel. Tomorrow at, I don't even know when, but tomorrow will be Planet Nintendo Podcast, first episode of 2019. So very exciting stuff there. We went over a ton of good stuff. We made Bobby talk about Bowsette. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. But guys, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one. Peace out, guys.